Okay, so quick video on doing a simple turntable render out of ZBrush. So what we're going to do first off is I want a 1280 by 720 render. So I'm going to go to my document menu. I'm going to go down here where I have the height and width of my document, which is basically my workspace. I'm going to turn off this proportional constraint, and I'm going to physically type in 1280, enter, tab by 720. And so that's going to be my render output. It's 1280 by 720, and I'm going to hit resize. It's going to resize my screen. Of course, it's a weird 2D thing, so it does squish the model, and you can see I've got this aliasing, so I have to go Control N to clear the document, and then I want to have my tool here selected, which is the model, and this needs to be, the stroke needs to be drag rectangle, but of course it's grayed out, so I'm going to switch to the simple brush, switch that to drag rectangle, switch back to my tool. I now have a drag rectangle, which I can then drag the model into the shot. Right away go to edit mode, and then I can move this around. I'm going to sort of pose it. We want it kind of maximized, so let's get it as big as we can. I'll maybe do a slight down view. I don't really care what material it is as long as it's easy to see what's going on. So if you want to change materials, that's fine. Just don't choose anything ridiculous. Stick with the matte cap. Green clay is one of my favorites, or the wax is fine, or I don't know, skin shade 4. Yeah, it's a bit too weird and shadowy, so let's not do that one. I'll just stay with the red wax, that's fine. So I can see what's going on in the surface. I can see how much detail that's been put in here. I can see striations, and that's what I'm looking for. And if you've colored your model, then I can see the colors and etc. So I want to see the fine textures and things that you did, hopefully. All right, so that's done. I'm going to go into my render menu. I'm going to tell it I want to render the best version of this. So you can see it puts in self shadows and does some subsurface and does whatever. It's actually a bit hard to see and now that it's so shadowy. Just gonna make sure that my color is white there. That'll just sort of bring it up slightly. The other thing in here, I think that's it actually in this one. Yeah. So then under movie, I need document, and I need the document to be large. So I don't want it to render the entire interface of ZBrush. I only want it to render my document, my little rectangle there that my character's sized in. And large just means it's going to render 100% of the 1280 by 720. Under movie as well, I'm just going to go into modifiers, I think, and I'm going to set the spin frames to 150. I'm going to go down to overlay image. Oh, these menus in ZBrush are the worst ever. Why do they keep closing every time you... All right, so opacity 0. Jesus Christ. Movie, opacity 0, title image, fade out 0, fade in 0. When you render, it always puts the ZBrush logo at the beginning and end, so that stopped that from happening. 150 frames sounds good. Then I'm going to go back to the movie menu, and I'm going to say turntable. And it's going to start rendering. And I don't want to sit here and mumble for the next however many minutes, so I'll pause and I'll come back when it's done. Alright, we're done. So it took a few minutes, and it's done its turntable render. And then if I go back to movie and I say play movie, there's my movie. So character spinning, great. And then I want to go here and hit H, highest quality, and I want to export, and our only option here is an MPEG, so save it. Right, save, done. There it is, saving out. And that's it. You upload the MPEG, and that is your final assignment. So again, what I'm looking for is if it's a full body and it looks like there was some effort put into it, you know, there's some detail in here and that kind of thing, then you know, that's fine if it's just flat material like this. If it's just a bust, or if it's a very simple cartoony 2D style character, then I want to see you invest a bit of time in using alpha channels for textures and using the paint for painting some color. Alright, anyway, there you go, all done.